rigged and scammed, and I'm qualified to say that the United States is rigged and scammed because I own a can of Nightmare on Elm Street G Fuel. I own a can of Nightmare on Elm Street G Fuel. Therefore, I'm qualified to speak on such topics. Hold on, I'm not muted. Stop telling me I'm muted because I'm not. But I own a can of Nightmare on Elm Street G Fuel. Therefore, I'm qualified to say that the United States is rigged because I'm a pale North American man and I'm the best VR boxer in the world. And I don't have a Filipina construction worker wife that knows how to be an independent contractor and or so on and so forth. I don't have a Filipina construction worker wife, therefore the United States is rigged because I'm the best VR boxer in the world, and it doesn't matter if I'm not certified in a trade or not because I show up to work. So I should have a Filipina construction worker wife, and this is all the Freemasons' fault. This is all the Freemasons' fault that I don't have a Filipina construction worker wife. I call rigged and scammed. Also, to give myself further credibility, I also own a Pac-Man can of G Fuel, which also gives me further credibility when I say that the United States is rigged. Okay, I own a Nightmare on Elm Street can of G Fuel, and I own a Pac-Man Power Pellet can of G Fuel. So I can confidently say that the United States is rigged because I don't have a Filipina construction worker wife. So the game is rigged, it's all rigged, and I've been scammed. And I have the credibility to say so. Also, hold on. Alright, there we go. Now I'm back. And I'm probably not muted, but I'm also back. Hold on. Okay. So kids, how do you feel? Children of North America, gather around. Children of North America, I must ask you a question. How do you feel knowing that even if you accomplish what I've accomplished in the VR boxing space, women aren't going to want anything to do with you? No Filipina construction workers are going to want to be your independent contractor wife. Even no matter how good you become at video games, and no matter how much of a niche internet micro celebrity you become, Filipina independent contractor construction workers aren't going to want to touch your phallus no matter how good you are at VR boxing. I'm the best VR boxer in the world, and I'm a pale North American man, and Filipina construction workers don't want to touch my wiener, even though I'm the best VR boxer in the world. So what do you have to look forward to, kids? It doesn't even matter if you are the next Kai Cenat in training. Right now, if you're getting kicked out of your middle school because you can't stop acting like you think you're the next Tupac, just know that even if you become the best VR boxer in the world, and the next, if you become the pale North American Kai Cenat, and you're the best VR boxer in the world, Filipina independent contractors aren't going to want to touch your wiener. They won't show you respect, even if you accomplish what I've accomplished, which you never will. But even if somehow you accomplished what I accomplished, which you never will, Filipina independent contractors, while they might side-eye you, while they might look at your outlines in your jeans, they're not gonna become your Filipina independent contractor wife. They're just gonna give you side eyes. They're just gonna side eye you, and they're gonna be like, wow, I'm like 5 feet tall, and this pale North American man is like 6'1". They're just gonna be like, wow, I'm like 4.5 feet tall, and this pale North American man is like 6'1" and like 190 pounds. I bet he could split me in half like a piece of cornwood with his above average wiener. But they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna follow through with giving you consent. Okay? This is what you need to realize. They're not gonna follow through with giving you consent. The Filipina independent contractor construction workers, they're not gonna follow through with giving you consent. They're just gonna give you side eyes. And they're gonna give you side eyes that say like, wow, I bet I could get this guy to give me like beta bucks or something. They're probably like, wow, even though this pale North American man could probably split me in half like a piece of cornwood, I could probably beta bucks him. I could probably get beta bucks from him. That's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna give you side eyes, and they're gonna give you like smirks. But they're not gonna they're not gonna actually follow through in any meaningful way with their nonverbal communication. All right. You guys are in for a treat today. You guys are in for a treat today. I had to break down. Usually I'm a Hungry Howie's guy. Usually I'm a loyal and devout Hungry Howie's guy, but today I had to break down and I had to get some little Austrian Painter's pizza. I had to get me and little Austrian Painter's pizza have a sordid history. You know the one. You know the one that Call of Duty likes to sponsor. You know the little Austrian Painter's pizza that I'm talking about. So we got some Krusty Krab's pizza here. It's the pizza for you and me. All right, and we're gonna tincture our way downtown. We're gonna hit it with the Uncle Joey Diaz. We're gonna Uncle Joey Diaz this little Austrian Painter's pizza. All right, we're gonna Uncle Joey Diaz up. Don't worry, the key's not in the ignition, so you can't threaten. You can't threaten to give me a DUI because the key's not in the ignition. Okay, hold on. This child-proof lock is manipulating me. This child-proof lock is gaslighting me. The child-proof lock is psychologically breaking me, Gator. Okay, we got yeah, we're Uncle Joey Diaz, and don't worry, I'm a licensed patient. All right, I'm a professional licensed U.S. government approved psychonaut, and here we go. So we're seasoning, we're inviving and seasoning the pizza. Don't worry, the rest I'm gonna bring for lunch tomorrow. So let's just get one on here, start that out with. Alright. So this is some sentence enhancing pizza. This is gonna get me ready to do a podcast with Cash Patel. I'm training to do a podcast with Cash Patel one day. I'm gonna ask him what it was like growing up in Bangladesh. And be like, Cash Patel, tell us what it was like being an orphan in Bangladesh. And you're gonna be like, I was climbing to the top of the trash mountains. I was climbing to the top of the landfill mountains in Bangladesh. And I screamed. They were holding a concert up there talking about how they were going to destroy the USA on top of the landfill mountains of Bangladesh. This is what Cash Patel is going to tell me. He's going to go, Fran man, as a boy, I, Cash Patel, used to climb the landfill mountains of Bangladesh. And I, Cash Patel, upon reaching the summit of the landfill mountains of Bangladesh, saw a concert going on. It was an anti-United States rally being held on top of the peaks and valleys of the landfill mountains of Bangladesh. And I, little Cash Patel, climbed on top of the stage and took the microphone from the lady and said, I'm going to become Xbox 360's #1 astronaut, and I'm going to pilot fighter jets for Bangladeshi military and destroy the United States and India. And then we're going to go, wow, Cash Patel, so how did you become the director of the FBI? All right. We got another sentence enhancing slice of pizza on the way. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'm licensed. I have a license to do this. The government gave me a license that says I'm allowed to do this. They said my knees are retarded and cotarded. They said I have cotarded knees, so they gave me a license that allows me to do this. Don't worry. The government gave me a license to do this. It's okay. Don't worry. All right. In exchange for the government giving me a license to do this, they also said I'm never allowed to own a license to launch projectiles at people with a firearm. The government took my firearms license away in exchange for giving me a license to do this on camera, so it's okay. Don't worry. I traded in my ability to own a firearm in exchange for the government giving me a license that allows me to drug my own pizza on camera. It's okay. It's okay. The government gave me a license to drug my pizza on camera. Don't worry about it. So does anyone else have any suggestions for questions that I should ask Cash Patel when I get him on the podcast, other than what it was like climbing the trash mountains of Bangladesh as an orphan? Does anyone have any questions I should ask Cash Patel when I get him on the podcast, other than what it was like climbing the trash mountains to give speech about how he's going to be a future Xbox 360 astronaut when he was climbing the trash mountains of Bangladesh as an orphan? I don't know. I don't know if that's as good as asking him what it was like when he was climbing the trash mountains of Bangladesh to give speeches about how he's going to be Xbox 360's top astronaut and destroy the United States and India by piloting fighter jets for the Bangladeshi military. I don't know if that's as good as that one. It doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well as what I was getting at. Maybe we should ask him. Maybe we should ask him why so many proud Bangladeshi FBI agents have resigned under his command. Maybe if we get Cash Patel on the podcast, we can ask him like a curveball question meant to trip him up, which is like, why have so many other Bangladeshi FBI agents resigned after rebuking the FBI under your command, Cash Patel? Should we ask Cash Patel why so many other Bangladeshi FBI agents have resigned in disgrace, publicly airing their grievances with the FBI under Cash Patel's command? All right, we got another slice coming. Like I said, I got a license to do this, don't worry. Should we ask? Should we ask Kash Patel when we get him on the podcast? When we get Kash Patel on the podcast, should we ask him how many Little Darky concerts he's gone to? Like an over/under on it? Should we ask him? Should we ask him if he's tapped in to the Bangladeshi rap scene of the United States? Should we ask Kash Patel if he's keeping tabs on the Bangladeshi rap scene in the United States? Should we ask him what the FBI has? Should we ask him if the FBI has a file on the Bangladeshi rap scene in the United States and ask Kash Patel if he's aware of Little Darky's existence? Should we ask him how many times Kash Patel has gone to a Little Darky rap concert? Should we ask him if he's tapped in and keeping tabs on the Bangladeshi rap scene in the United States? I think that would be a good question. All right. I got a feeling Kash Patel isn't heavily monitoring the Bangladeshi rap community. I have a feeling Kash Patel and his Bangladeshi FBI agents are busy watching me put droplets of tinctures that I have a license for on pizza instead of doing remotely anything I've ever suggested that U.S. law enforcement should do. I think that would be a pretty good. I think that'd be a pretty good Sora AI movie trailer. Is a movie trailer that's like a a dramatization, like an animated autobiographical dramatization, like a Pixar Sora AI video, but it is like an autobiographical animated dramatization of Kash Patel's trials and tribulations as a Bangladeshi landfill trash mountain child. We should. That would be a good Sora AI Pixar animated movie trailer. Is one that's like a dramatic animated dramatization of the struggles of young Kash Patel as a Bangladeshi landfill trash mountain child. Just picturing it, it's like he's climbing the trash mountain. It's like a side shot. It's like a side shot, and it's showing him like climbing up the side of a trash mountain, and there's like clouds. There's like clouds going around the trash mountain that he's ascending. It's just like one boy from the trash mountains of Bangladesh. And then it's just Kash Patel like, I hate the United States. As he's climbing the trash mountain, it's just a little Kash Patel like, I hate the United States. Like, in a world where one little Bangladeshi landfill trash mountain orphan becomes the director of the FBI. Yo, don't tell this guy next to me, but I think the guy parked next to me works for Al Qaeda. Yo, psst, don't tell the guy next to me, but I think the guy parked next to me works for Al Qaeda. I'm gonna try to give him the slip. I'm calling Obama. I'm telling Obama. That guy was weird. I'm telling Obama. I also drove towards a dead end, but that's actually funnier. It's actually funnier that I drove to a dead end because now I can pull into a handicap spot, back out, and then repeat that I'm telling Obama as I drive past him again. All right. Let's let him know that we're telling Obama. I'm calling Obama! Hell yeah, someone tried to back into me too. I knew it was a trap. I knew it was a trap. I knew they were trying to set me up for the old car crash trick. They were trying to set me up for the old car crasher Rooney. This guy is trying to fuck me. I'm not for sale! I'm calling Obama! I work for ISIS. I told the guy that honked at me that I work for ISIS. And he just turned into the other lane. That was pretty good. I can't even lie. That was pretty good. There's like a 75% chance that he didn't hear me, but I yelled it. This is the thought that counts. No, seriously though, like the weirdest guy you could think of. He looked like a human form of Schmeagol. He looked like a human form of like a medieval depiction of like a guy whose blackheads in his nose has like grown his nose 3 sizes. The guy that pulled up next to me looked like he just got done like leaning over a cauldron and that his pores are like clogged with like fucking grease and vapors. The guy that I told that I'm calling Obama, he looked like his nose grew like 5 sizes from the fucking grease in his blackheads. Like the dude that pulled up next to me looked like he just got done like smoking crack with Hunter Biden, and that like his nose grew 5 sizes from the grease trapped in his fucking blackheads of his nose. Like, I had to escape from that guy. Like, that guy probably worked for like fucking Saddam Hussein or something, dude. Like, I think that guy worked for Kim Jong-un or some shit, dude. Like, number one, he was in like a fucking Mercedes or some shit. And number two, he looks like he just got done like rolling a bowl of crack with like Hunter Biden, and like fucking the FBI hired him. It looks like the FBI pulled up to him while he was smoking crack with Hunter Biden in an alley, and like gave him that Mercedes, and like told him to fucking park next to me and fucking creep me out, because that's what he did. Fucking pulled up next to me and creeped me the fuck out. The FBI hired that guy to creep me out. It was for no other reason than to creep me out. Because you don't need to physically stare at someone to surveil them anymore, which is why it's funny that the police still do that. It's funny as shit that the police still physically surveil someone in person, but like fucking where was I on New Year's? So on New Year's, I think I was New Year's. I think I was banging your mom. I want to say I was banging your mom on New Year's, and not your sister. Sorry. I think I was banging your mom on New Year's and not your sister. It must have been someone else that was banging your sister, because I think I was banging your mom and not your sister. Sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was banging your mom and not your sister. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was knocking boots with your mom on New Year's and not your sister. Sorry. I didn't know I'm Jewish. I'm pretty sure like 70% sure that Jewish people aren't Jewish people wearing this symbol. I'm like 75% sure that Jewish people don't like Jewish people wearing this symbol. But okay. Okay, guy. Like 85% sure that Jewish people aren't on board with Jewish people wearing this symbol. But okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yeah, I'm Adam Sandler's long-lost cousin. I'm Adam Sandler's long-lost cousin. I was an extra in Uncut Gems. Fucking